Hello my crafty friends, it's Janette, Crafty Dawk, and you're probably looking here and thinking, what on earth is she up to now? Well, there's a challenge on a YouTube channel that I'm, not YouTube, Facebook group that I'm with, called, now it's gone straight out of my head, the tribe, Crafty Tribe, and Wendy Mason has put up a challenge to do a concertina something with hearts on it, and I started off by scoring a 12 by 12 piece of paper into 3-inch sections, and then I looked at it and I thought I'm going to make pockets in that. So I flipped it up. Down the score line, I've put score tape and at the end so that it clipped it together. And then I used this punch that I've got from Stamping Up. It's an old one, so you may not get it, but you know, you just put the punch up and just pinch that little piece. Now, where I did have a little spare bit here somewhere under here. So you pop it in and you line it up to where you fancy having the little piece cut out. You can go higher if you want to and make it a bigger piece like that. I did this quite a few years ago now, when I was a Stamping Up demonstrator, and it was like a wardrobe effect, and I had you know, put wardrobe in. It would be great for it's not, the words aren't coming today, are they? For Deb over at String and Scissors. She made some clothes using her little Tim Holtz paper dolls, and made little coat hangers, and they would look fantastic on this. But what I thought I would decorate the front with, up here you can see I've just nicked out a little piece here for the tag to go in there. So they're 3 inches each little section, and I've cut out 2 and just over 2 1/4 to go down into the pocket, and I'm going to somehow utilize the pieces I cut out at the bottom and put them on the top, even if it's sort of flush, just to make it a little bit more decorative. I could cut it down the middle and turn it around and do it that way, but we'll see. So I'm basically just going to give you the basics. Does that sound right, basically? Okay, so what I did with another piece that I had, this is, excuse my dirty nails, I've been out in the garden. It's another little piece that I cut. I cut the tags themselves just over 6 inches, about 6 1/4 I think it was, and this is the piece that was left over. And I watched Roxy at Roxy Creations today, and she did a bit of a collage with paper and book paper and napkins, and then she cut it up into tags, and I thought, I've got some paper and I've got some book paper, napkins, and these are both what Nat Williams gave me quite a while ago when we were on a retreat. And I thought I would try and pop these on, and I'm going to just leave the bottom with that little pink along the bottom, and then just do the whole napkin. So it's going to be fairly simple. I'm not going to do, because this napkin is a little bit, it's decorative anyway, I'm not going to rip it up. I'm just going to pop it on. It's got little sections in it, and why make things difficult if you don't have to? So we'll pop that little piece aside, and all I'm going to do is start at this end. You can see, can't you? Yep. and just do section by section. So I'm going up and down and backwards and forwards so that I get a really good cover. Okay, then I'm just going to pop that down there. Actually, I might put it right, the pink right. No, I won't, because I'll be cutting it up, so I'm not going to. But I'm going to put the pink on the bottom, and then I'll just line up the side as best I can. There. And that is going to go across like that. Yep. Okay, so then I'll just... And because I've gone backwards and forwards with the glue, it's got a really even coat and it takes really well. So, okay. So then I'm just going to continue doing this until I get to the end. So I won't bore you with all that. I want to try and make it as easy as possible for you. So I'll stop and be back. Okay, so there's the finished... Excuse me, I need a mouthful of water. There's the finished result. Now we need to just cut it into pieces. So what I'm going to do, these are 3 inches. So if I cut them at, if I say it's 3 inches, and if I cut them at 2 3/4, that'll give me 1/8 of an inch on either side. And we'll cut the width, the height. And I want it to just come down to just above. And that's 5 1/2, so I'll make it 5 1/4. Okay. So we will do it at 2 3/4, 5 1/4. We'll do it this way from the bottom. So then that will just fit beautifully in there. Excellent. Nearly did it. Just cutting the butterflies off, but not to worry. Not a problem. That one. Little bits up there. Okay, so these will now just get it glued on there. I'll be back. Okay, back again. Sorry about that. When you're on aspirin, you bleed like a, you know what. So, let's try that again, a bit slower. Okay. Yeah, I will ink. I wasn't going to. I was going to leave it, but I think I will. Just a slight. This is such a pretty napkin. when I first looked at it, I thought it was pink, but it's got the pink and the apricot, which is really pretty. And the idea is to just put some inspirational words on it, and pop it up in the craft room so that, you know, you can look at it and, you know, love yourself, look after yourself, be happy in yourself and all that sort of thing, just to get some positive vibes happening. So off we go. I will ink around the card itself, but what I'll do is I'm just going to show you the basics, and then I'll put a photo at the beginning, just so that you can see how I finished it all off. I've got to start thinking about, if the girls want to come back to crafting too, some ideas. And I know they've done this one before, but they've not done it with old book pages and napkins, so it might be just something different, you know, for them to use bits of things that they've got around home that they don't not necessarily would have looked at twice for this sort of thing. So that'll be good. And I don't think the girls are doing scrapbooking this year. They wanted to try something different, because the lady that was doing, she was doing like scrapbook for her grandkids when they turned 16, and she's down to the littlies that are a little way off that yet, so we're doing something different for, oops, a daisy, get out of the way. I probably could have even put that little lip a little bit, made it a bit bigger, but I'll ink it and see what, and I should have inked before I stuck it all down, which would have made more sense, but you know, in hindsight. Peter's out putting new rope on the swing for the grandies. They've already been through, this is the third lot of rope he's put on it. They like to spin, get the swing and twist and twist and twist while they're on it, and then just let it go like they're on a big spinny thing. So that, I think that looks great, and when it stands up it'll look even better. And when I ink, I'll just do one to show you. When I do one, just down there, a bit down the centre one, it just makes it stand out a bit. And I'll just get a little bit of card in there, because knowing me, there we go. Now we'll just go across the top, and I think that looks really nice, doesn't it? Just grunges it, well, not grunged it. Okay, so that's what I'm doing there. I have no idea what I'm going to do with the cards, except that I know I want to sort of collage a bit on them. So I've got some of the paper left, so we might just have a play and just see what happens with this one, and then we'll go on, and I'll go on and let you take your eyes off me for a while, instead of having to go through this boring part. And yeah, so we'll just a bit under there. Where are we? And then what have we got? There's some other paper. What did you pop in this little pack here, Nat? No, I think I'll just do it all with paper. And then a little piece of the napkin to finish it off. And then the back will be plain. And I've still got to put the hearts on, so I've got to punch those out. And a little piece down here. So it's a very basic collage. But I like the paper, the book page. I think it's the dictionary that it came from. It's lovely. Okay. So then from the same napkin, I'm just going to pick a couple of little pieces. Now it's going to go in, how much have we got? Because I have cut some off. Now when I did this, it's opened it right up. So I will just go like just around the edge and close that up. So I'll do that with all of them, but just so that you know that I should have perhaps popped a bit of tape across there, but you know. Whoops, that's a bit big. It's got no water in it. What's this one? Beautiful. Okay. So I might just, for those of you who don't know, these are just little water pens, and by going around your napkin it just helps to take it off without ripping too much. It just rips what you want taken off. There we go. Like I said, I'll just do one. I hope that was on screen. Beautiful. And that little butterfly's not going to be there, so I'll take him off and put him back on in a minute. Okay, so we'll put that there. It wasn't a bad piece, was it? It's all... And I might just pop this little guy, just trim that little... And we'll perhaps pop him up in this corner. That way. Looks like that bit there didn't stick down very well. Okay. And I've also got some little labels. These are Tracy's botanical labels. I might just cut one of these out. that's that must have gone deeper than I thought. It's a bit sore. I'm going to pop that one just up here. These little tabs will because we've put the book page on, that's going to hold. These are nice. The piece that you chomp out like that too is just nice, like you can put a little word in there. And then I'm just going to just leave it up a fraction. You can see I've just left it up a little tiny bit. Now unfortunately I can't pop it in because it's still wet, but that will just sit sort of up like that, hopefully. And I still want something down here. Perhaps the heart when I get round. So I'll stop. I'll look for something to make the heart out of, and then I shall be back. Okay, I'm back again. I've finished it all off, and there we go. Okay, so I've put some little hearts on, and with little Tim Holtz sayings, and then they finish those off the same way with a little saying. It's still a little bit damp, I think. Whoops, there we go. And it's going to look rather nice just up on my shelf. I just put the little hearts at the top. They looked a bit plain, and spelt out love. So that's my project for the group, and I hope you guys will have a go. It's quite easy and very effective. Okay, so thank you very much for joining me, and I'll see you in the next video, and until then, bye for now and happy crafting.